Hey, YouTube. Well, I couldn't resist coming on today to talk about the situation with this in Boston, where the rich people have been paying to get their children into Harvard, Stanford, and schools like that. Okay, so this is a scam. I want to make a comparison. For the last few weeks, we've been talking about the JUSSIE Spollet case, how he misled the American public. Basically, a scam. I mean, it was a hoax. He put on a hoax. It involved three people, him and these two brothers, right? Now, let's see how this system works. Jussie Smollett was hit with 16 felony counts for telling what is basically one lie, right? Some people will say, the detractors will say, well, he used the mail system. He defrauded by mail. That's a federal crime, right? Okay. Now, what's going to happen with these people? Now, I'm not a really high, race baiting type person. I don't just look for, issues between blacks and whites just automatically. But this is pretty blatant, and we're going to see. Now, I'm wondering if any of these rich people who have defrauded all these schools, who have worked in conspiracy with people who work for the schools and through the schools, and the coaches, they actually had coaches saying that these people were extraordinary athletes. You know how sometimes people get athletic scholarships and so forth? Extraordinary athletes in sports that they never played. In other words, they get accepted to the school because they play a sport so well and they never even played the sport. This is, I won't say just white privilege. This is rich people's privilege. This is what they do. This explains why people like Donald Trump can run around this country talking about how he got his stellar education with virtually no vocabulary, but he got the best education, and he went to Wharton and all that, and yet he threatens to sue anybody who releases anything about his school records. Not an accusation. I'm just saying, don't take everything at face value. So all of these students, they said some of these people were, I guess the lowest was like $15,000 for a little favor to get their child into school, all the way up to $250,000 to, in some cases, $6.5 million for these children to get into these schools. Is that a scam or what? I just want to make the comparison now. Jussie Smollett, he pulled one hoax. He's charged with 16 felonies. Now I want to see, first of all, the children are not even being charged in this. So they're saying that these children did not know that they did not take the forgive me, I have no vocabulary either. SST, the test to get into college. They are aware that they didn't take those tests. I mean, how can they say that the students didn't know that their parents were doing this for them? These are people of privilege. So you can't assume that everything is on the up and up when you're dealing with rich people. Anything can be bought. And apparently they're being caught now. So this dude, Rick Singer, has pled guilty. So they got him. That means he's already sold everybody else out. He's made a deal. First one to the deal gets the best deal, right? He done told about everybody up under him. Or we assume this, everyone. Okay, well, let's see if he gets 16 felonies. Now they're defrauding, they're going state to state because all of these schools are not located in Boston. Apparently this company is located in Boston, but the schools are all over, including California. So they're definitely using the mails to defraud, right? Jussie Smollett made one note, a crudely pieced together note. One note. I don't know what his federal charges are yet. These people have probably sent out hundreds of pieces of mail because they have to notify these people that they are being accepted. They have to write between each other, and the schools have to communicate with Boston, and all of this fraud going on. But one thing stands out. These are privileged kids. So these parents, who apparently they're going to charge some of these parents, they're not touching the kids, and they're not touching the schools. So they say, oh, the school didn't know anything about it, and the kids didn't know anything about it. How the hell are you going to run this organization who has been charged under the RICO status, and nobody knows nothing, right? Okay, I just want to challenge. I want us to pay attention and watch and see the way these people are treated and the way Jussie Smollett is treated. Okay? This is not to defend Jussie and his antics. Still a wrong thing. But I don't want to see that man treated unfairly. That's my key thing. So what else they got? They got 2 actresses involved in this scam. People who have money, they can buy anything they want. So they say, okay, I'll buy my kids into school. The mystery to me is, after they get into these schools, doesn't the scam have to continue? I mean, how are they going to graduate? If they were not qualified to get into the school on their own merits, how in the hell are they going to keep up with these students who I would assume are all brilliant students? How are they going to compete with them? And how would they graduate? Is there another scandal at foot? Should we be questioning how these kids are able to graduate? If they were not able to take the tests to get into the school, how are they going to keep up with the other people? And how in the hell are they going to finish and graduate from those schools, these Ivy League schools? It seems to me they're going to need more help along the way. Some of these people are paying $1.6 million. I don't know how they will not get the whole package all the way to completion. So this scam, I guess, is just starting. Let's see how many of these people are charged the way Smollett was charged, because Smollett happens to be a black actor. Now, he's not a poor kid or anything. He's a working actor. But these others ladies, Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin, I recognize one of them. I think it's Felicity. Anyway, so they have money. They can buy anything they want, and they bought their children through school, right? Children not being charged. Okay, so they definitely participated in this scam. They committed fraud. No doubt mail fraud as well, which is federal crime. Because the mails had to be used, unless they did it all online. I don't know how that works. But let's see if either of these ladies or any of the other 40 parents who've done this, how many of them get hit with 16 felonies? Jussie told one lie. Every time he repeated the lie, they charged him again. Another felony. So pay attention, people. If there's any time to be woke with this. This is a prime example of how these systems work. Right? We're not saying that Jussie going to prison right away, but we want to be paying attention to how people are treated. Now, these people who are the ones, these presidents who are charged, including these 2 actresses, I doubt any of them going to be in jail overnight. But I want to see how they're treated. Are they treated every time they lied to somebody, told them that their daughter just got in school? Was that another felony? This is the classism and racism combined. Because all of these people who got into these schools, in order for them to get the spot in school, that means a deserving person, couldn't get in. They only have a certain amount of slots, right? Then I guess in a way we always kind of known that these people have privilege. They're able to do things. Usually I thought that they just, donated money to the school, help build a building or help build a building, and they have their name on the building, and then their alumni gets in. Their father went to the school. He's alumni. Mother went there. She's alumni. Things like that. But it didn't occur to me that these people could actually just pay money, and these kids don't even take the damn tests. So if they didn't take the test to get in, what makes anybody think that they didn't take the test, they didn't pay all the way through? Which would explain why people like Trump come out of these Ivy League schools with basically knowing nothing, are accumulating at least no vocabulary and whole lot of strange, not particularly smart ideas. It seems like this person, I just use Trump for an example. You would think that, well, how in the hell did this person graduate from Harvard? How the hell did they graduate from Stanford or somewhere? How? They don't seem like the kind of people who would do that. They don't seem particularly intelligent. They seem to have a good mouth. Con men. Anyway, this is not Trump's fault. I assume. If ever there was a time to be woke, people, be woke watching these cases. How people are being treated differently. If any of those white kids, with a rich white kids would have pulled a hoax like Jussie just pulled, would they be getting 16 felony counts? That's my question. All right, wake up.